should open for Bridget.
That would be dope.
I just thought of it.
Hold up. Everything was going perfectly fine, and then in walks Brooke with this dumbass banana. And now she's pressing me to have La Britney open for my show? What is going on here?
Whoa. You know, before she walked in the room, I was shouting out my Detroit roots. I was saying, what up, though? I got people off of Grand River and Robeson. I was like, yo, hey, my great-grandmother lived in Detroit, Michigan. My uncles, my cousins for 40 years. So I used to spend my summers out in Detroit. My great-grandmother, this was my mother's grandmother, had a gigantic backyard. You would not think Detroit was a place where you would grow collard greens and sweet potatoes, but my great-grandmother did.
Wow.
So a lot of times
God bless.
people would ask me, how you know how to do this? How you know how to do that? Because I spent a lot of crying summers picking collard greens and doing stuff out in that backyard, painting rocks, all kind of stuff. But there was a certain love and a certain style about Detroit. You could always sort of tell a person from that area. The hair was a little different. The attitude was a little different. The shoes was definitely a little different. And the style. And everybody, I don't care if they got $10 in their pocket, they was shining that Cadillac up to make sure their cars was coming through. I say all that to just let her know we gonna make her feel at home right here, even though it's freezing cold when raining in New York City. La Britney is here hanging out with us. Her new EP, Never Fold, is out now. Yes. And even though that wasn't a clip from Detroit, it was a clip from Love and Hip Hop, Hollywood. How did you get on this show?
You know, it's so crazy because I don't know. It was never like in my goal or in my plan to end up on Love and Hip Hop. So when the opportunity was brought to me, I was like, what the, you know, because like the reputation that this show has, we all know, like when you think of Love and Hip Hop, it's like, you know, but I sat back and I thought about it. I'm like, yo, this could be a dope opportunity if I can figure out how to take advantage of it, you know, and use it the right way. And that's what I did. And last season, my first season, it was a success. It was dope. The experience was really dope.
Okay, La Britney's talking in code, but I'm gonna crack this code real quick. Okay,
She got another season coming up.
No, it's a couple things. All right. So I was on Real World. This is back in 1992. The first season ever, MTV, the first reality show of its kind, I was on there. Back then, they sent out faxes. This is how deep I'm going. It was fax machines sent out and them calling record companies and different people saying, we're looking for artists. We're going to put them in the house. Nobody was looking for me. They were looking for people. You're saying you got a phone. Somebody asked you, how did somebody find you? Why? Like, how?
Right. What were they
You're not
attracted
really
to,
telling me because I had to audition, La Britney.
Okay, so, well, people, I've been on social media and had a really nice presence on my social media.
Okay, now we getting somewhere.
For a long time, you know, before Love and Hip Hop.
You didn't have Twitter when they were looking for Real World.
Yeah, they have Twitter, La Britney. I ain't had no damn Instagram, nothing. I had to audition 7 damn times.
I had to do like 4 or 5 interviews too for Love and Hip Hop. Yeah, I went out there. I did like 3 or 4 of them, and they was like grilling me, you know. And then they ended up rocking with me.
Working
like,
out.
Okay,
They ended up working out. Now, in your mind, you already knew you wanted to have your music career. So did you just strictly see this as an opportunity to do your music, or see this as an opportunity like, yo, I'm about to turn up. I'm going to pop off. I'm going to have the global name and face recognition that I want?
Well, my goal going into it was definitely to be able to bring more exposure to the brand that I had already built, my music, just La Britney as a whole, you know, and that's what I did. I mean, my storyline, I don't know if you guys watch it, but like, it's really true to who I am. You feel me? It was like, I'm from Detroit, just moved to Hollywood. Right. You know, I'm trying to get my music popping, trying to get familiar with Hollywood. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I did.
Do you think about your film, and there's no comparison because the time frame is so long ago, and we didn't have the social media. Every time an incident almost happened and jumped off on when I was doing Real World, I thought about my dad. I was like, you know what? I got to just make sure I don't do nothing to disrespect my family. You know, do you think about your sons anytime? What's the first thing that pops into your head if something crazy going off?
Yeah. I definitely think about my sons all the time. But, if it get a little too crazy, I don't know, I be on tip. Like,
Mama had to whoop that ass, baby.
Okay, my sons know how I get down. So,
Right.
if something crazy happen, I go home and I explain to them, like, listen, y'all, I had to do what I had to do. And they be like, we know, Ma. They my biggest supporters,
Got it.
so.
But do you ever feel like some like scenes are concocted to make sure that reaction comes? Because then I wonder, if I just took a pause, I'd be like, yo, we both puppets and someone else is designing this for their ratings, so why are we even fighting?
Yeah, so it's like, I can't say about maybe 75% of it is reality, and the other 25% is in the editing.
Oh, wow,
They
okay.
put that Hollywood on top of it,
Right,
so
right.
you may see certain facial expressions that edited to be, at different times. You feel me? Like,
No, I know.
certain conversations may be edited out of order. How it is definitely concocted to look how they want it to look to the public eye, But a lot of the issues be real though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you will be there and then have somebody pop up that you don't like, that's real right there. But how the argument went down and what was said in what order, it may not have happened like that.
Tracy G, the telling moment is always, you got to watch how the sentence starts and watch how it ends. There's always two different hairstyles and two different outfits. That's
nails,
how you get. That's how you know. It's like, okay, edited. They got them to finish and say, pick up on this part. DB, you had a question?
Yeah, Cardi B gets a lot of flack sometimes from people who say that she wouldn't be the artist or in the position that she is right now if she hadn't done Love and Hip Hop and if she hadn't had the presence on social media. A lot of people try to attribute that to her success. So do you feel like being on Love and Hip Hop does afford you the opportunity in the long run to benefit you, or that in some ways it kind of maybe, I don't know, I don't want to say hurts your career or takes away from the credibility? You know what I mean?
Well, I definitely think that Love and Hip Hop helps. It's exposure. It's TV. You got millions of people watching this TV show every week, and depending on how popping you are, if you went every episode, you gaining new followers and new fans every single week. Could it hurt? Yeah, if you on there acting a fool, if you doing things that's going to make you look crazy and damage your brand, like, yeah, it could help you or it could hurt you. It just really depends on what you bring to the table. You act crazy, they going to definitely run with your crazy, So it just really depends on you.
Was it difficult when you had the I guess, misunderstanding with Jay Will during that time, John, kind of to keep composure?
Well, I didn't really keep my composure in that scene. That scene got a little crazy. It was a little weird. But we were able to squash it. That wasn't no like real smoke. That was like petty. He was in his feelings, and then he got out of them. So,
and then you get out.
How is it being from Detroit, having your home people? Like, what were they saying? Do you have a lot of support from home, or?
Man, yes. Like, the support was on 1,000. They were so happy to see, me representing our city on the TV show. Like, when that J. Will scene happened, all my OGs from the city was calling me like, yo, do we need to pull up? What's good? I'm like, no, it's TV. We straight. We don't got to bring the streets in there. But, yeah, my hometown, like, they really support what I do, and they ride for me, and I appreciate that for real, because you got to have the support of your hometown. Like, that's where it all starts from. Those are the people that can relate to you the most.
How far back did you guys film it, or how far back do you film to television? Like, when did you film it, and when does it actually air? Like, how old is it?
So we began filming in, like, February. So we film really from February to, like, September, but it airs in July. So as it's airing, we're still filming.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so that part is funny. Because when it start airing, you start seeing what the people were saying about you and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you already are cool with them, but then now you got problems.
Oh, okay. So what's up, sis? I saw what you just said in last night's episode.
Right.
It was like that.
They still catch you while you hot. Amanda Britney's here hanging out with us. Her new EP, Never Fold, is out now. We gonna play some joints too. You want to talk to 888-742-3345. We got the track list right here, La Britney. What joint you want to get to?
Ooh, let's play Acting Funny.
Acting funny. All right, 888-742-3345. Sway in the morning, Shade 45. Talking to LaBritney. Music sound good.
It does.
Thank you.
It sounds good. As an artist, I'm curious to know your writing process and recording process. I always think that there's steps to it. You can have an idea and you can start writing at home, or maybe you in your car, something may come to you. But then you have to actually write it or go record it, which is a whole nother process because you're trying to capture that same feeling that you had when you started to write. Then there's the process of actually performing it and doing it. So there's a lot of steps to a completed song. Share your process if you can.
Okay, well, my favorite way to write is I roll up. I grab me a little bottle of Henny, and I sit in the studio with the mic just like this and a chair like this, and I record myself, and I freestyle into the mic. I really, the beat is important to me. The production is important. However, the production makes me feel. And then I freestyle. I sing either melodies into the mic, and then I'll go back and, put words to my melody, or sometimes I just, it just comes. But that's my favorite way to write. I used to write pen and paper, but not anymore. I really just like to go into the studio, and I don't sit in the booth. I sit outside the booth.
Outside the booth, okay.
Yep, and I just go for it in the mic, and yeah, that's how all these songs really came about.
Why outside the booth?
I don't know. It's just it's comfortable. I get to sit down and chill and just, feel myself.
Right,
outside the
easier.
booth.
What's the shortest it's taken you to write a song, and what's the longest it's taken you?
Well, it has taken me I have a song called Can't Go Blind. That song took me a year to complete.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
why?
I don't know. It was I kept adding parts. That song, it means a lot to me. I added at the end of it, my papa is this poem he will quote to me and my sister all the time. It goes like this: "It's easy to be a started lad, but are you a sticker too? It takes little time to begin a thing, but more time to see it through. If you fail, don't take it too much to heart. Try it again. It depends on how you start." So it was that song, I wanted it to be perfect, and there's really no such thing as perfect, So I just kept adding different elements, changing melodies, changing words. The quickest, though, I've written songs in 20 minutes.
Wow.
So it just really depends, on the vibe,
right,
and what your expectations are for the song.
And that strand that she rolled up with that bottle of Henny. I know, LaBritney, I know. 888-742-3345. Call us up if you want to talk to LaBritney. We got Ty on the line from Cali. Ty, thank you so much for waking up early with us at Sway in the morning. Say what's up to LaBritney.
Hey, Ty.
Hey, I just want to let you know that song is bumping.
Hey,
yeah, it sounds good, right?
And featuring Cash Doll.
That's all you want to say, Ty? Well, Tracy
yes,
said
that's
something.
all I wanted to say.
Well, make sure you pick up her EP. It's out now. It's called Never Fold. So make sure you
Already
pick it up.
got it.
Hey,
what's your favorite joint on there, Ty?
Well, I just got it right now after I heard the song on Spotify. I just downloaded it.
Yo, you see that?
Thank you, Ty. Yo, follow me on Instagram so I can follow you back, show you some love.
Okay.
Now you got people like Ty, and I'm sure people all over buying your music, hearing it for the first time, and getting it now. Will you be doing shows, going on tour? Because people want to see you too.
Yes, I'm definitely going back on tour this year. I just got off my first tour. I toured with, his name is Aaron Ray, really, really talented artist. We did a show here at SOBs.
Really?
Yeah, that was my first time performing out here in New York too. It was lit, really dope show. So yeah, this year definitely I'll be back on tour doing more shows. I plan to coming back to New York City because every time I'm out here, the love be so real.
Yeah.
Since stage performances are so important, years ago, if you had a great album, you could just eat off of the album that you created a year ago. But what are you learning from being on stage? Things that maybe the first time you went on stage, you're I don't no longer want to do this move, or with breath control, or I want to speak to the crowd this much. I don't. What have you learned about creating a good stage performance?
So I did a show with her. I opened up for her last month. And that was the first time I ever performed with in-ears. It's these little things that go inside your ear, and you can hear yourself so good, and they cost a lot of money. After I did that, I'm like, yo, I gotta give me some in-ears, you know, because I love to perform. Like I dance and I sing at the same time, so like I'm pretty good with breath control. Like my stage presence is like pretty dope. You know, my energy and interaction with the crowd is really good. But them in-ears, I need some of those in-ears.
Yeah.
For my tour this year.
Yeah.
How much are they about?
They start off at like $1,000 because they have to be customized to your ear. Yeah, you know, so.
But that's usually a lot of times. So with your performance with her, was that a larger venue?
Yeah, it was at the Royal Oak Music Theater, so it was a big theater.
Yeah. I was gonna say, different venues, different acoustics, different sounds. Because a place like SOBs is so dope because it's intimate. You know, the crowd can engage you, you can engage the crowd. But when you step in those bigger
MSG,
it's hard. You know, it's hard to you listening. You don't know where the sound man is. He out there somewhere.
People screaming,
and you want to make sure your stage presence and everything is on point. But what a great opportunity for you to have that and doing that and going on tour. We got Big Gov on the line from the D. What up, though, Big Gov?
Hey, Gov.
What's up with it? What's up with it?
We chilling.
Chilling. You know, I had to call in and holler at the homegirl, the Britney, man. Just let me know, keep doing your thing. I see you out here putting on for the city heavy.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying? I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I know y'all are. I appreciate that for real.
Big Gov, did you get the EP?
Nah, I didn't. I'm going to. But I mean, Britney know what it is with us though. Like we all artists from out here, so most definitely gonna support that. You know what I'm saying? As soon as I hang up, my iTunes about to be download that plus my homeboy Boogie album drop today too. So
are you an artist as well, Big Gov?
Yeah, no doubt.
What's your Instagram?
It's BIG_GOV.
All right, BIG_GOV. Y'all make sure y'all show him some love too, since he's showing Britney some love. Thank you for your call. You a citizen of Sway in the Morning. Citizens, go get her EP. We're gonna close this out with Can't Go Blind. Should we play that? You said you love that song, and it took you a long time to write, so we gotta hear people.
This will be the first time this record will be played on the radio too.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, we got you. Come back.
Yes.
Come back to the show. Come back to the show for real. Nice to have you, sis.
You.
Nice to have you.
Thank
we got you. Can't Go Blind here.
Hashtag that hoe, no love, hardcore, backseat.